Hello everybody, good day. I'm kinda absent-minded. I forgot that we weren't going to New York after New Jersey. We have to go to New Mexico, Santa Fe. Today's flight time, 3 hours 14 minutes, just at sunrise in Trenton. Once we get to cruise, I will be doing the skip to. And if I did my math in my own head correctly, we should be landing in Santa Fe just about sunrise. Or maybe an hour after. But anyway, let's get started. Next flight is from Santa Fe to Albany. And because there's no lines here, to me this looks a lot more north than it should be, more like Colorado, but it isn't. In case you guys want to know, let's see, we got a direct departure, direct arrival, and I'm doing the RNAV 28. Let me just double check, make sure that's the runway we're landing on. Yeah. And none of the other runways had... There was no ILS. The VOM... The VORDMEA was, kind of just as weird. So, again, it's just now sunrise in Trenton, New Jersey. And somehow it gained a how'd we gain a minute? I didn't change anything. Yet we have an extra minute added from 3:14 to 3:15. Anyway, let's get going. So I don't think I'll be on here the whole time today, I'm not sure. There is some interesting stuff on the marketplace. I was looking at, like I said, my next series. I might do, each branch of the military, so I was looking at stuff. And, yeah, there's, I might get a certain aircraft for each
ready for
branch.
IFR departure runway 6.
Globaf 8-way 6566, altimeter 30.16, wind calm. Cleared for takeoff runway 6.
Cleared for takeoff runway 6, Globaf 8-way 6566.
That's FR8 ways, freightways, global freightways. It's gonna always say it funny. Alright. If I remember correctly, I have to handle the takeoff. So, brakes released. Of course, it's a cloudy morning. I'm not sure exactly when we're supposed to take off. There's no white bar. I guess when I hear the skid noise. Okay, wheels up. And, co-pilot's aircraft. We gotta head that
Globaf
way.
8-way 6566, contact New York Center on 124.625. Good day.
124.625, Globaf 8-way 6566. Goodbye.
Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts.
New York Center Globaf 8 weighs 6566 is passing 1,400 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Globaf 8 weighs 6566 New York Center altimeter 30.16 radar contact. Continue to coast. Globaf 8 weighs 6566 climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climb and maintain flight level 180. Globaf 8 weighs 6566.
So, I was, again, looking at stuff on the marketplace. Sceneries, airports, aircraft, stuff like that. Because, well, I don't need to really look at it that much. For the Army, we do have one aircraft that clearly can say the word Army across the side. And I do have a helicopter that says Army. Now, there's one Army helipad. It's not in the game, but I know we can land there in 2024 and take back off from there. And then I have the MASH scenery set. So we'd be landing in MASH 4077 in the Los Angeles foothills. Or hills in Los Angeles. And I've got the helicopter that goes with that. So, said, I don't know, I saw some C-130s. I might get a C-130 because, when I do Air Force...
Contact Washington Center on 124.775.
So, when I do the, Air
Going
Force,
to
I also...
124.775. Globaf 8 weighs 6566.
I don't know if I should
Washington
add
Center Globaf 8 weighs 6566 is at
Air National Guard
7,200
in with
feet,
them,
climbing flight level
or if I should do
180.
Air National Guard as its
Globaf 8 weighs
own.
6566 Washington Center altimeter 30.16 radar contact. Continue to coast.
Because the Air National Guard usually run out of the same air
Washington
bases,
Center Delta 22
use runways
passing
of civilian
17,200
airports.
feet, climbing flight level 250.
For instance,
Delta
Mickey
22
Tyson Airport in
Washington Center
Knoxville
altimeter 30.16
shares
radar
their
contact.
runway
Continue.
with the Air National Guard base. So, like, if we're gonna do different branches of the military, it's not designated this way, but I would do it. The White House is gonna fall under Marine, because other than Marine One, not many other aircraft, helicopters land there. So, I'm gonna follow that under the
Globaf
Marine
8
Corps
weighs
stuff.
6566 contact Washington Center on 132.525. Good day.
Unfortunately,
Going to 132.525. Globaf 8 weighs 6566. Washington Center Globaf 8 weighs 6566 is
shut
at
up.
11,700
Trying to
feet,
talk, and
climbing
they keep
flight
cutting me
level
off.
180.
Globaf 8 weighs 6566 Washington Center altimeter 30.17 radar contact. Continue to coast. Globaf 8 weighs 6566 contact New York Center on 124.625. Good day.
yeesh.
Going to 124.625. Globaf 8 weighs 6566. New York Center Globaf 8 weighs 6566 is passing 13,900 feet, climbing flight level 180.
Globaf 8 weighs 6566 New York Center altimeter 30.17 radar contact. Continue to coast.
Now, of course, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so Coast Guard does, you know, they have their own aircraft, plus they have their own helicopters. Well, we have
New York
Navy
Center
aircraft
171
carriers,
is at flight level 205, climbing flight level
but
290.
no one's done
American
anything
171 New York
in the
Center radar
simulator
contact. Continue.
to add in Coast Guard cutters, helipads. But that's probably because none are prominent. There's probably not one Coast Guard cutter that has provenance, whereas a lot of the aircraft carriers in the game are kind of historic.
American 171 traffic is 3 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 190 generic. Report them in sight.
So when I get to the
Climb and
Navy, I
maintain
got to
flight
get
level
the
260 Globaf 8-way
I gotta get the
6566.
U.S. carriers pack.
American 171 have the traffic.
But see, so doing U.S. military bases will bring us around the whole world. The Army has bases in other countries. The Air Force has bases in other countries. I'm not sure. I know the Navy does. I'm not sure if the Marine Corps actually have any foreign military bases. I know there's a foreign Air Force base. It's not really foreign, it's part of our territories, but when we went to Guam, there was Andersen Air Force Base. In the northern, just north of the airport in Guam. So, it will be interesting to do military bases, I think.
Globaf 8-way 6566 contact New York Center on 135.45.
But again, I don't usually pay attention to sceneries, so I don't know how interesting
135.45
it is.
Globaf 8-way 6566. Goodbye. New York Center Globaf 8-way 6566 is at flight level 220, climbing flight level 260.
Globaf 8-way 6566 New York Center radar contact. Continue to BYRDD.
I didn't know there was going to be this much radio traffic. Anyway, there's also the Space Force and NASA I gotta figure out what to do with. Some of the Space Force bases with runways used to be Air Force
Globaf
bases.
8-way 6566 climb and maintain flight level 380.
So,
Climb and maintain flight level 380 Globaf 8-way 6566.
and when it comes to NASA, there's some Air Force bases in there. There's White Sands, and then of course there's Cape Canaveral's, the landing strip, the skid strip, which is where shuttles usually landed anyway. And then Andrews Air Force Base in California. I did look at the stuff for Cape Canaveral.
Flight level 200, climbing flight level 220.
I don't know if I want to get the sceneries,
New York Center radar contact. Continue to Mike X-ray Echo.
but you can watch a shuttle launch.
New York Center on 132.5.
You know what?
Good day.
Oh, we're coming outside so you guys don't hear this mess. Only I have to still hear it. So the NASA stuff, that's pretty cool. You can get a shuttle launch, even if you're on Xbox in the marketplace on 2020.
Radar contact. Continue to drag.
There's the aircraft that carries the shuttle. So I don't know.
United 1734. Goodbye.
If I do well, we can't actually do flights. You can't do a launch and then take a, you can't start from the launch pad.
6566 traffic is
That would
3
be
o'clock,
cool.
4 miles at flight level 340 generic. Report
If
them
we
in
started
sight.
from the launch pad and went to all the
New
landing
York
sites,
Center,
that would be cool.
171 is passing flight level
I don't know if you can do it.
260,
I doubt
climbing
it.
flight level 290.
So
American 171 New York Center radar contact.
if we can't do that, if we can't do the launch,
Globaf
then I have to
8-way
put the
6566
shuttle
traffic in sight.
up in orbit and then let it glide
New York
down.
Center Delta 2286 is at
or glide it down to all the landing sites.
Delta 2286 New York Center,
But
radar
I have a
contact, continue.
feeling the co-pilot feature probably isn't going to work for the shuttle to land under co-pilot. Kind of like you can't use the co-pilot feature to do helicopters. So, if we do a playlist where I'm using helicopters to do any flights, that'll have to be done in 2024, but then I can't do a skip to feature. I might have to do
New York Center Blue Streak 5600 is passing
a takeoff,
13,800 feet, climbing flight level 190.
and then
Global
we might
gateway
exit out,
6566 climb
put
and
in the
maintain flight
destination,
level 450.
just do that, you know, so we're not doing a
Blue
whole
Streak
flight.
5600 New York Center altimeter 30.17
'Cause I'm-
radar contact, continue.
2024, you have
Climb
to
and maintain
handle
flight level 450
takeoffs
Globaf
and
8 way
landings, and I
6566.
suck at flying helicopters. I have never heard so much traffic in my life.
New York Center Frontier Flight 4601
I think I need to be
is passing
quiet,
flight level
folks.
285, climbing flight level 310. Frontier Flight 4601 New York Center radar contact, continue.
Before I leave off the mic for a while,
Contact New York Center on
welcome in.
132.5.
If you're all watching
Good
this
day.
from YouTube, please hit that like and subscribe.
New York Center American 437 is passing 13,000 feet, climbing 16,000 feet.
On Twitch, hit follow,
American
and
437
for
New York
YouTube
Center
and
altimeter
Twitch, that's
30.16
Maddie L. Lynn.
radar contact, continue
There's
to
also
track.
Discord, Maddie L.
Global
Lynn
gateway
_62552,
6566 New York Center on 132.5.
and
Good
I'll let
day.
you guys hear all this chatter I'm
Lima
hearing.
5936 contact Philadelphia approach on 123.8. Good day.
Going to 132.5 Globaf 8 way 6566. New York Center Globaf 8 way 6566 is at flight level 415, climbing flight level 450.
Globaf 8-way 6566 New York Center radar contact, continue the same. American 2214 contact New York Center on 135.45. Good day. New York Center American 171 is at flight level 295, climbing flight level 340. American 171 New York Center radar contact, continue. Friendly 243 contact New York Center on 132.2. Good day. Going to 135.45 American 2214. 132.2 friendly 243. Goodbye. New York Center Southwest 4545 is at 14,700 feet, climbing 15,000 feet. Southwest 4545 New York Center altimeter 30.15 radar contact, continue to Trish. Globaf 8-way 6566, please expedite your climb flight level 450. United 1734 traffic is 4 o'clock 4 miles at 13,400 feet generic. Report them in sight. Globaf 8-way 6566, contact New York Center on 132.2. Good day. United 1734, contact New York Center on 132.2. Good day.
132.2 Globaf 8-way 6566. Goodbye. New York Center Globaf 8-way 6566 is at flight level 440, climbing flight level 450.
Globaf 8-way 6566 New York Center radar contact. Continue to Laurie. New York Center United 1734 is at 16,700 feet, climbing flight level 220. United 1734 New York Center altimeter 30.16 radar contact. Continue to LIRCH. New York Center American 171 is at flight level 335, climbing flight level 340. American 171 New York Center radar contact. Continue. Globaf 8-way 6566, please expedite your climb flight level 450. Globaf 8-way 6566, please expedite your climb flight level 450. New York Center Frontier Flight 4601 is passing flight level 355, climbing flight level 360. Frontier Flight 4601 New York Center radar contact. Continue. New York Center generic November 5865 Sierra is at 5,800 feet, descending 5,000 feet. Generic November 5865 Sierra New York Center altimeter 30.16 radar contact. Continue. New York Center Blue Streak 5600 is at flight level 245, climbing flight level 300. Blue Streak 5600 New York Center radar contact. Continue. Globaf 8-way 6566, please expedite your climb flight level 450.
Alright, they're starting to tell us to expedite. I think we are at the highest we might actually climb to, which is just shy of actually getting the 45. So, we are not at cruise yet, according to the move to our go-to chart, travel to chart here. But I mean, we're supposedly at the very bottom of this chart. I don't understand this. And cruise is halfway through the flat line up there, so I don't think so. But we are gonna move to descent, and we will do the rest from there.
Globaf 8-way 6566, please expedite your climb flight level 450.
As that's the second time they're gonna tell us. Alright.
Center Lindbergh 4169er is
And
passing
we are going
16,300 feet, climbing
to move forward
16,000
in
feet.
time to how long it would actually take us. We'll take a look to see what time it really is. Should still be under
Kansas City Center Globaf 8
AI
weighs
control.
6566 flight level 450.
Globaf 8
Yep,
ways,
okay.
6566 Kansas City Center
It's
radar
still
contact.
under
Continue to
Copilot.
command
Display direction. Why is that not on? Anyway. Okay, so it is at top of descent. It is 8:19 a.m. Okay. The flight was 3 hours and 15 minutes. And New Mexico's 2 hours behind. We left a little about 6:15. 9:15, about right, roughly 9:30. And this is 8:20.
You are 1,500 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 450.
It says
Climb and
Santa
maintain
Fe is
flight level
256
450,
miles
Globaf
away.
8 weighs 6566.
As we came in at Toto. Then we have Kenoto. So we do have a waypoint before we start our approach. Alright. As this is inaccurate.
Globaf 8 ways 6566. Please expedite your climb flight level 450.
Alright, here we are. Kenoto. I don't know how to say that properly. We got 88 nautical miles. Alright. See, this feature definitely speeds things along. They might still have a half-hour flight flying here to go, but definitely makes this a lot easier for me. It's not like you guys see much anyway, so takeoffs and descent, approach, and landing are pretty much all most of us care about in flight
Globaf 8
simulating,
ways
don't we?
6566. Please expedite your climb flight level 450. Globaf 8 ways 6566. Please expedite your climb flight level 450.
I do believe we are sticking with the longitude. because the 707 cannot land or take off from Santa Fe Municipal Airport. But, Albany to Raleigh, Durham, we should be able to use the 707.
Globath 8 ways 6566. Please expedite your climb flight level 450.
Now that I have the skip to feature, I have no real need to use the Concorde. I don't believe the Concorde can take off from Albany, but taking the Concorde from New York to North Carolina, a little excessive. I put the Boeing will work. In fact, I think I've taken off with the 707 before from Albany. So, but to go to North Dakota, I'm not sure
Globath 8 ways 6566.
if we
Please
can even
expedite your
get to
climb
that
flight level
airport.
450.
I'm not sure if we'll get to Raleigh, Durham. I think has a scenery that I don't have. I could be wrong. I might already have it for all I know. Some of my sceneries on 2020 I haven't reinstalled. I need to double check, make sure I have Albany reinstalled before we do that flight, and the such. There are airports that do have sceneries, but they have multiple ones, and I'm not sure which one's the best or which one to pick. So I didn't pick any.
Globath 8 ways
Just-
6566. Please expedite
I was
your
just
climb
looking
flight
through
level
sceneries,
450.
and there was an interesting scenery I could buy, but it drastically alters New York. And I don't know how people would feel about it. It wouldn't be something I would be comfortable putting on stream, we'll put it that way. It was a scenery of the Twin Towers.
Globath 8 ways 6566. Contact Albuquerque Center on 127.85.
Which would change your in-game New York City skyline.
127.85 Globath 8 ways 6566. Goodbye.
But you have to
Albuquerque
constantly
Center
install
Globath
it
8 ways
and uninstall it
6566 is
because
passing flight level
it can't
435,
be,
climbing flight level 450.
if you
Globath 8
install
ways
it,
6566 Albuquerque Center,
it
radar
changes New
contact.
York City
Continue
back in
descent.
time to 2000. It can't be inputted into the current game scenery for Manhattan. Again, I don't know if I would feel uncomfortable showing them on screen just because we got enough live footage of things. A lot of us do have some trigger because of the footage. I'm not gonna say as some of us, I mean, some people do clearly have PTSD because of that day. Those that were probably actively there.
Globath 8 ways 6566. Please expedite your climb flight level 450.
So out of respect, I would never put them on screen. And a flight simulator, it seems a little too insensitive. And I bet you there's crazy people out there that have gotten that scenery and reenacted it because they're just crazy. Now, I was wondering, it would be interesting if there was a memorial thing, like a scenery for Shanklin, Pennsylvania, or whatever in Pennsylvania, where civilians got the plane down
Globaf 8-way 6566,
before it reached its
please
target.
expedite your climb flight level 450.
But I doubt there's little things like that in this game. Now, in the walk-around feature in 2024, it'd be interesting to know, is there memorials? Did they do? Can you actively walk up to memorials like the WW2 monument wall? Granted, walking around in 24 is weird in a way. Not weird and bad. It's not bad and it's not good. It's weird is like, if I've gone to my house in game, and I walk around.
Globaf 8-way 6566, please expedite your climb flight level 450.
Yes, I kind of have an idea where I'm at, but things just look dead. Like the local shopping centers and stuff, it's just brick buildings. There's like no lighting fixtures. It doesn't look real enough to me. It kind of takes me out of the immersion in that aspect, as much as I'm not really in the immersion half the time anyway, because I fly from external view. But like the traffic doesn't look right. You got trees in the wrong spots. And just things that break your immersion on a ground level aspect. Houses not even shaped correctly.
Globaf 8-way 6566, please expedite your climb flight level 450.
And you guys will be glad that I skipped when we did, or we'd be here in this expedite climb for the last two. We would have heard it for 2.5 hours. But like I said, using the travel to feature, I didn't know, I didn't remember it was there. I would have used it a long time ago. Made these into 1 hour segments instead of making you guys sit here through the whole flight with me, even when I wasn't on the mic. So, when I do the U.S. Air Force flights,
Globaf 8-way 6566,
they'll all be
please
in,
expedite your climb flight level 450.
I say this, I do have the F-16. I'm not sure if I want to get a C-130 or not. And there is an Air Force One out there, you could get. I probably definitely want to get the Air Force One. But I want to make sure that I'm not doing all Air Force Base flights on the Air Force One. Maybe when we have certain bases, like when we leave from Andrews or off at Air Force Base. There's an Air Force Base we will take off from that I have to do in 24 because
Globaf 8-way 6566, please expedite your climb flight level 450.
it doesn't have an active runway, but I can make us a stall runway instead of using a helicopter. We'll take the Beaver on a taxi on a flight out of there, or the X-Cub. I'm talking about Bowling Air Force Base. Doesn't have an active flight line, but I know where the flight line used to be, and there is a 300-yard grassy area that is that we can take off from in 2024. So I was looking at aircraft, Army.
Globaf 8-way
There's Army.
6566, please expedite your climb flight level 450.
The Marines, all of them say F-18s for Navy, Air Force, Marine. I can get a livery, but I'm like, no, I want a different plane. So, you know, I got Navy, I've got the F-18. I could get a Tomcat, too. I might get a Tomcat, because we can get Fighter Town, USA as a scenery. So, you know, we can go to Top Gun, which is under Marine. I typed in Marine, and that popped up under the Marine thing, because apparently Fighter Town, USA, home of Top Gun, before it moved, from the movie Top Gun, that's where it was based, or not from, in real world it was based there.
Please expedite your climb flight level 450.
Miramar. It's actually a Marine air base, not Navy training. Now I don't know if it showed up in the list of air bases. I'm not sure. Air Force, but we most definitely can go to the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. But yeah, so, like, in Pearl Harbor, in Honolulu, on the channel leading out of, Pearl Harbor, there is a Coast Guard base, IRL, with helipads. In the game, it's not represented. So I don't know how it, I don't know how I'd go about doing that. Other than, I'd have to tell you. But there's a lot of things that probably are not represented in the game. Like I said, the helipad at the Pentagon is not, just because it's not actively used doesn't mean they shouldn't put it in the game as a place that used to be used. I mean, hell, we have Meigs Field. If you can put Meigs Field in the game, why do you take out a helipad that used to be used, that is clearly on the ground when you look at the picture of the Pentagon in the game? So, a lot of hospital helipads aren't in the game. I don't think the University of Tennessee's Medical Center in Knoxville, I don't think their helipad is in the game. However, Blunt Memorial Hospital's helipad is in the game. Go figure. But back to the military aircraft. Like, so if I want to do Marines, I think I need to get a Sea King. I'd love to get the white top, so we could officially have an Air Force One. I mean, Marine One. So believe it or not,
please expedite your climb flight level 450.
there is Space Force One, but no president has actively taken a trip into orbit yet. So there is a call sign ready to go. We have Space Force One, you've got Air Force One, Army. There is an Army One. I forget what Army One is used for. I think it's if he's in a tank or in a Jeep. Navy One is used whether he's on board ship or in any Navy aircraft. Air Force One is just any Air Force aircraft. Marine One is for any Marine aircraft, but specifically used for the helicopters. There is Coast Guard 1. Coast Guard 2 call sign had been used before, I think by Cheney, or was it Biden? Some vice president used Coast Guard 2 call sign before. So, and I think Coast Guard, I don't know if Coast Guard 1 is used for, I think it's used for aircraft and ship. So any Army aircraft would also have the designation of Army 1. But most people don't know about those other call signs. They only know of Air Force 1 and Marine 1.
Expedite your climb flight level 450.
But there is a presidential call sign with 1 behind it for every branch. I used to think that if it was NASA, it'd be called NASA 1, but now that we have a Space Force, it's probably, his call sign would be Space Force 1. Makes sense. I don't think we'll have a healthy, I'm just trying to put this kind of, I don't know if we'll ever have a young and healthy enough president to be able to go up into orbit.
Globaf 8-way 6566.
But
Please expedite your climb flight level 450.
there really is no reason to go into orbit. Unless he's going, unless the president is going to the space station.
Contact Albuquerque Center on 132.8. Good day.
132.8 Globaf 8 weighs 6566. Goodbye. Albuquerque Center Globaf 8 weighs 6566 is passing flight level 435, climbing flight level 450.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 Albuquerque Center. Radar contact. Continue.
I should have never used FR and then number 8. I can't say the call sign. Are we almost done? Are we there yet? We are off target, that's for sure. Yeah. Really? That's 100-something miles still? That doesn't sound right, but okay. Well, let's just come down here and double check.
Globaf 8 ways 6566. Please expedite your climb flight level 450.
Where are we at? We're at Renko. Or Renko. Wait, what? Ah! Ah! What? We gotta do a hold. Oh, man. Don't tell me we actually gonna have to hold. That's 15 miles away. Oh, nearest, no, it's 100 miles away. 104. Bearing 229. So heading 229. What is our heading?
Globaf 8 ways 6566. Please expedite your climb flight level 450.
Come on. Oh my god. This thing is touchy. This is why I need to redo my... I don't know why I was doing that. I'm on co-pilot mode. But this is why I need to keybind my controller. Or use the mouse. Which would have been easier to do. But yes, you can keybind your controller to do your autopilots. It might actually be useful to do your to have the hitting bug kind of programmed. I heard someone used.
Globath
I don't know what they used to activate the heading mode, but they changed the heading by using LB, RB, and whatever other key. So to go to rotate the dial to the right, they used RB, and to move it to the left, they used LB. I forgot I had the mic in front of my face. Tried to drink some coffee. I'm trying to short myself out, aren't I? Ooh, look at all the brown, dirty sand. I say dirty sand because it just looks dirty, but I wonder if going into white sands, you actually see the white sands.
6566, please expedite your climb flight level 450.
We skipped to descent, and, well, we should be getting it soon, right? 45 times 3? 3 times 5 is 5. Here, 1, that's 12. 135. Yeah, so why haven't we gotten, do I need to request vector, clearance?
Albuquerque Center Globath 8 Ways 6566 would like to change destination to Santa Fe.
Globath 8 Ways 6566 is cleared to Santa Fe Airport as filed. Squawk 5153.
Globath 8 Ways 6566 cleared to Santa Fe Airport as filed. Squawk 5153.
Globath 8 Ways 6566, read back correct. Radar contact, flight level 430. Turn left heading 240, resume own navigation descent, and maintain flight level 380.
There we go.
Turn left heading 240, proceed on course descend and maintain flight level 380 Globath 8 Ways 6566.
So, apparently, I just needed to ask for,
descend and maintain flight level 280.
I just needed to
Descend
ask
and
them
maintain flight level 280
for
Globath 8
IFR
Ways
clearance.
6566.
That makes sense. So I'm like, I do not want to be this high trying to climb down because it will be more than a 3 degree slope. And I will handle the, I think I'll start handling landings from now on. Granted, 409 is terrible. But 9 times out of 10, I probably do better than, well, I shouldn't say. I would say it's maybe a 50-50 that I can land better than the computer can. The computer is horrible. I was in career mode on 24 where apparently the AI pilot actually was able to land a few times, and granted, I suck at landings no matter which version of sim I'm in, but I'm like, oh my god. They can't even get above a 50% smoothness on landing. I know I said to be quiet in here, I've been on the radio quite a bit. But I think we're nearly halfway done. Granted, I have at least one video in this playlist of capitals to capital/territories of the US that I can't remove, even though it doesn't really belong in there. I did a flight from Washington, D.C. to Mobile, Alabama, and Mobile is not the capital of Alabama. Granted, I thought Athens was the capital of Georgia. No, it's Atlanta. Now, has it been Atlanta since I was in school? Probably. But from what I remember in school, it was Athens, Georgia. Or Augusta, Georgia. See, I can't remember. I just don't recall it being Atlanta when I was a kid. Where's Georgia? There's C. Oh, there it is. Trying to scroll through Wikipedia. Hmm. Interesting stuff, but I don't really care about fish, flower, fruit. We know it's Georgia Peach.
6566 descend and maintain flight level 180.
Descend and maintain flight level 180 Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Globaf 8 ways 6566, you are 59er miles northeast. Descend and maintain 12,000 feet, expect RNAV runway 28 approach via Renko transition. Cleared to Renko.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet, expect RNAV runway 28 approach via Renko transition, cleared to Renko Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Capital is Atlanta.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet, Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet, Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Admitted to the Union in January 2nd, 1788. I'm talking about Georgia now. It doesn't say reunification.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet, Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet, Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet, Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet, Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Huh. Major cities.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet, Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet, Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Of course, I'm not gonna find what I'm looking for. Well, isn't that a pretty sight? And I didn't mean that for I mean, it's beautiful
Globath
sight.
8 ways 6566 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Globath 8 ways 6566.
Globath 8 ways 6566 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet. Globath 8 ways 6566.
You know what? I know Athens
Globath 8
is the
ways
capital of
6566
Greece, so
descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
maybe I was thinking Georgia. You know.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Globath 8 ways 6566.
Make sure I got my list here in the
Globath
right
8 ways
spot.
6566 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet. Globath 8 ways 6566.
Bismarck, North
Globath 8 ways
Dakota.
6566 descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Globath 8 ways 6566.
Are we gonna be able to land? Look at that, we're at 270.
Globath 8
Wow.
ways 6566 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Mountains,
Descend and
the
maintain
mountains
12,000
and...
feet. Globath 8 ways 6566.
I'm sorry, I can't
Globath 8
believe
ways
that there is
6566
snow
descend and maintain
on the top of the
11,000
mountains
feet.
in New Mexico in August.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Globath 8 ways 6566.
I just, you can't tell me that
Globath 8 ways
that's true.
6566 descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Descend
still
and
getting
maintain
descent.
10,000 feet. Globath 8 ways 6566.
They're telling us to descend to 10,000. But yeah, I can't. Why is the peaks over there white and these aren't? I mean, come on. I doubt that there's snow-capped mountains in northern New Mexico in August that have snow. It sounds too far-fetched. Oh man. Okay, Santa Fe's over there, but we gotta go straight ahead still. And of course this is wrong, isn't it? Is it? Maybe it isn't. Of course, now the radios are gonna be quiet. Alright. Oops. That light should have been on. I think that light should be on too. I'm just really terrible, you know? I don't think to turn my lights on. We can't turn landing lights on just yet.
Globath 8 Contact Santa Fe Tower on 119.5 when inbound.
Tower on 119.5, Globaf 8 ways 6566. Santa Fe Tower Globaf 8 ways 656611 miles east inbound RNAV runway 28 approach.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 Santa Fe Tower.
Alright.
Tree 0.17 wind tree 22 at 5. Cleared RNAV runway 28 approach.
Santa Fe Tower Globaf 8 ways 6566 inbound RNAV runway 28 approach.
Alright, sorry, yeah, they were
Globaf 8 ways
talking.
6566 Santa Fe Tower.
You guys can't hear them now.
0.17 wind tree 22 at 5.
They're
Cleared
still
RNAV
giving us
runway 28
vectors.
approach.
I will
Cleared
take
RNAV
control
runway
here in a
28
second.
approach Globaf 8 ways 6566.
I'm just waiting for them to line back up into the glide path. Well, I might want to put my gaming gloves on so I have a little more grip on the controller. Actually, it doesn't really give me any more grip. It just makes my... it helps me grip even though the gloves don't really have any grip. Alright. My aircraft.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 wind tree 22 at 5. Cleared to land runway 28.
Cleared to land runway 28 Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Yeah, I can't land like this. But I was hearing some weird noises from outside and I didn't know what it was. So I was trying to figure out. Doesn't sound like it's in here. You know, let's kill the throttle a little bit. How about that? Too slow? Oh, okay. I would have picked ILS, but there was no ILS. And this was the only landing pattern for the runway we're landing on. Alright, come on now. Slow down. A little to the left.
Globaf 8 ways 6566 contact ground on 121.7.
Ah.
121.7 Globaf 8 ways 6566.
Alright, co-pilot's your
Goodbye.
aircraft. Oh wait, maybe it's not. Okay, well, we still gotta go forward, unless I can turn around right here. Yeah, I don't know why they're telling me auto throttle, but okay. We're turning around. Granted, I don't know where to go. Give it back to the. I gave it to the co-pilot because I'm like, I have no idea exactly where it's supposed to go. Because this is a double runway right here. Oh, um, turn the taxi lights on and landing lights off. As we go across the grass. Where are you gonna go? To a gate? To the ground? Ground services? No, we don't want pushback. Okay. Well, folks, how about we just end it here with our nose in the building? Um, it didn't look like I could get parking. I couldn't get parking directions, so, um, thanks for joining me, or for watching this later on. Tomorrow we will be going to Albany. I say tomorrow. The next flight's to Albany. I know that for fact, so, later, folks.